Games are now well underway, and we here at News 4 Today are up for the challenge. We asked and you responded and said I should try my hand at fencing, the ancient art and sport of sword fighting. So I buckled my swash and set out to learn some skills and do some battle. This story begins with my love of Patrick O'Brien's novels of the British Navy during the Napoleonic Wars. This is a print of a cover of one of those books. The first book, Master and Commander, I devoured, as I did all 19 others. And then there is my Navy sword, which I've had now for about 40 years. All of this can, if I let it, transport me to another world. Captain Jack Aubrey on just another day at sea, the slashing and clashing and chaos. And these summer campers are living the fantasy at the Virginia Academy of Fencing in Springfield, surrounded by pirates and knights and swords and sword fights. It's run by fencing master Alex Ryjik, who for many years was a champion in his native Russia. He tries to teach people like me all there is to know about fencing.
So anything besides putting fences around the house and trading stolen goods, you know, you learn here.
First thing to learn, there are 3 swords in fencing. The foil.
That's what people used to use just to train with fencing.
The saber, think of the cavalier's sword.
That's what people would use riding on the horses.
And the épée.
Épée comes from the dueling sword. So when you think about Three Musketeers, or you think about Zorro, you think about the épée.
With the foil and the épée, you score only by poking your opponent with the tip of the sword. With the saber, you score by hitting with any part of the blade.
You can hit in the arms, you can hit in the body, you can hit in the head. You can still score the touch, but again, score the point straightforward, but only from the waist up. For an épée, you can score anywhere on the body, anywhere. Okay. From the head to toe, front, back, anywhere. And the only place the foil register is on your torso. Oh, really? Front and back, your torso. No arms, no head, and no legs.
In a fencing bout, the opponents are wired to a scoreboard, and when they score a touch, a light goes on.
So if he hits her, red light goes off. Yeah. If she hits him, green.
Well, today's lesson, like a fencing bout, begins with en garde.
En garde position. So what you do is you put your right foot forward, your back foot is 1 foot away. Okay? And it's perpendicular to the front foot. Okay. Then you bend your knees, your arm is straight forward and parallel to the floor and approximately 1 fist from your body. En garde position. That's fantastic, you're natural.
Yeah, right. Now for the really cool stuff, like the mask.
You can become a beekeeper.
A beekeeper actually sounds safer at this point. After the mask, the fancy glove.
How does it fit?
I guess it fits okay.
It fits fine? You know how it's supposed to fit?
How?
Like a glove.
Well, he had to put up with me, but I had to put up with him.
I just think it's really unbelievable how you have to hold that perpendicular foot position in a squat, holding that, and still try to do something with the sword.
Well, then you have to take off. Then you have to move from that position. Well, you advance and retreat. And actually, that's what's coming up. Coming up on Wednesday, I learned some of those moves and try some of the moves, such as advance and retreat and parry and riposte, all in search of the elusive, for me, very elusive, touche. That's when you actually touch, of course. You'll want to see how I test my skills and how I test the patience of my coach, Alex Ryjik, there.
That's pretty exciting. You think you're ready for the Olympics?
As a spectator.